Hello and welcome back to Retro 70s Kid, where tonight we've finally finished the Lanai. It's complete. Almost. I'll talk about that in a minute. And we're also doing a Christmas room tour, so stay tuned for that. It won't be long. We're going to quickly run through this and just quickly show you what we've done. Filming at night time, of course, and it's Friday night. The traffic's going to be a bitch. I'm really sorry about that. So I will try and talk a little bit louder for this. And look at this shirt. Isn't it amazing? It is so bright. It is so lit, I guess you could say. I got that online. Well, if I can find the name of if I can find where I got it from, I'll link it down below. Now to start with, out here on the Lanai, I've got a lovely brand new umbrella, which is lit by the star shower underneath. A little bit of lighting. We've got a little border. New cushions, and then of course you've seen the fence painted, I think, from that last video. We'll link that if I remember. I've got the Christmas lights on, palms in new pots, and some other plants, hanging plants, all for Christmas. And in this corner, I've got this lovely little seating area, which I'm looking at getting new chairs, and I also want a sun lounge, one of those curvy banana lounges sort of for here would be very nice. So the beams have been painted riverbank, the paint's called, and then the lovely similar sandy shade cloth, which is so much cooler. It's going to be lovely in the middle of summer. And then over here, I was supposed to be getting a roller door. It's going to be way too low because the roof's very low, so we're going to have to get a new tilted door or have this refurbished or something. So that's happening as well. But we've painted the wall charcoal, got some art up, got hanging plants, and the beautiful palms. Look at this, I've had this for years. And a new lamp shade. And we've got this little section over here with the room divider, the hanging plants, and the lanterns. I hope you can see it at night. We've got the Christmas tree, which is it's not like the usual Christmas tree. It's like a different bush, but it's got a similar shape. And there's no decorations on it because it doesn't need it. This is the only sort of decoration-y thing I have. I think the lights are enough for out here this year. And usually I go nuts, but it's nice and refreshing just to have a little bit simpler, which is what I'm aiming for this year. And a bit more colour, introducing a bit more colour. The lantern's new. You can hear that sound of that beautiful calming trickling water. The water feature, which I've had for a few years now. I did show it last year, but it looks better with the backdrop painted charcoal. I did try to clean it. I cannot get rid of the white staining. I tried high pressure hosing it and I kind of destroyed the face a bit, but I cannot get rid of that white staining. So if you have any tips, let me know. The new rattan lamp and a new base to put the water feature on. That was in my bathroom, but I swapped them over. And now we'll go inside. And for the indoor room tour, starting with the wreath, which I've made a few years ago, but I've added a few more peacocks to it, gold peacocks. In this little section here, I've gotten some new furniture since last Christmas. I've got the new buffet, or credenza, and the new TV table, and there's a coffee table and side table, so I've got a few more surfaces to put things on. Now this is a woodsy enchanted grotto. I've got two of these beautiful reindeers I acquired this year. I had a friend downsizing Christmas who had so much Christmas, it was ridiculous. So I got some beautiful things. And this year, as I just said before, I wanted to add a bit more colour because his scheme was blue and silver, and I didn't use blue and silver or blue because of that reason, but I'm just incorporating a little bit more, some more coloured lights. The beautiful little elf on top riding it. These are new. I got those at a recent car boot for $5 each. And the little, what's it called? What are these called? It's not a fairy. Elf. And I love these. These are just gorgeous. And some birds. Very woodsy and natural, which is not really like me. And then onto the staircase. The bow I did last year. and a very natural looking garland with the beautiful giant pine cones and just simple coloured lights and just a few birds and these little baubles with the greenery in them, which is just simple. I've gone a lot simpler this year, you might disagree. And then just this little display here with the little glitter angels and that metal candle labra. Had those for years. And I did a similar vignette here last year. I think I've just changed it around a bit and added this new, I went to a charity shop and I got that vintage mistletoe candle holder, which I do like. And then over to the to the little dining table here. I did a similar display here last year, but I've added this tree, which is new. And the candle I meant is, these are vintage candles I got at the last car boot for $1 each. I love them, so swirly. There we go. Like the vintage candle. It's a nice icy looking display here. And I've actually got a box of Christmas photos, but I will show you them at a later date of my Christmas trees past. Oh, I'll deal with that later. Then over in this corner here, this is my little vintage corner. This is for the Retro 70s Kid set for behind me when I film. We've got all the vintage satin and a few of the other little vintage decorations, my vintage mice, and the little knee hugger, all vintage. The Santa is, I've got two of them, a recent acquisition. And I love these. These are older than me. These are old vintage brooches from the 60s. I think they're beautiful. Just hanging in there with the mercury glass beads. And the vintage little manger. And the wreath, that's new. I used to have these when I was a kid, these little tiny fairy things. And also that vintage star is new as well. And of course my Gremlin from 1985, I got this when it was first released on video, when I worked at Video Easy back in 85, I think it was. And it was a sell-through item, bit of merchandise for when it was released, and I think the staff bought the lot. So I've still got that. And into the kitchen, my vintage Santa face. And then into the kitchen, a lot simpler this year. Shall I turn the light on? No. Usually it's a flashy mess and there's a lot more going on, but again I simplified. These are just simple white rice lights on top of the fridge. I usually decorate on top of the fridge with a couple of elves, and I got that new. I like that little house. You put a tea light in it. And just simple here, of course. And then the window is a lot simpler. Again, I've got a garland up. This star I usually have on the tree, but it's too heavy and my tree can't handle it, the poor thing. And these were recent car boot acquisition, and they were $2 each brand new in the box, and the price on them was $9.95. So aren't they beautiful? They're exactly like Christopher Reeve Superman's spaceship from when he first leaves Krypton to Earth. Remember? Remember that? I love them. And of course my cookie jars, which I love. This is new this year. Oh wow. So that's the kitchen. And we're just going here to the left. There's this little table here, which I'm going to put food on. And I've got the lights underneath and some lovely Lindt chocolates. And they're cola flavoured. I haven't tried them yet. And then I usually do something like this every year with the same vintage champagne garland and my beautiful reindeer, which I'll just switch this light on. Because it'll swirl and then it'll shine through. My beautiful deer, I love them. Just excuse the blue tack on the feet because I am very clumsy. I need to put everything down. And so I've just got, these are new. I think they were on the tree last year, but you couldn't see them because the tree was very monochromatic and copper and gold and chocolate and brown, and you couldn't really see them. So they really stick out. I think they're magnolias, but they're foil. And this church is new. I loved it. I don't usually go for the natural woodsy Christmas decoration look, but because it was half covered in beautiful glitter, I said, yes, let's have it. And that's a metal tree. I think that's beautiful. I could have given it a bit of a shine. And my bar, my 1968 bar, that was Dad's before he gave it to me. And I've had it for years and I decorate it every year. And there's less on it. I've got my beautiful crystal out, which I don't usually have on display. My beautiful decanter I got when I was 21 off my sister. Thanks, Rhonda. And some lovely vintage decorations. The birds are new. Some of these are new. That beautiful little it's a hummingbird. And these. And then over here, oh, it's a coffee table maybe. Oh, before you do, I love this picture on the wall with the lights in the window. I just wish it was bigger. I'm looking for a bigger one. And yeah, over here, just another display. I usually do a vase here. And I've incorporated more silver this year. And the reindeer with the blue elf on it. Do you want to just swivel around and do the coffee table? And this tray, I've done this nice tray vignette. And just on the coffee table. Sorry, Roberto. I've just used these two beautiful light up baubles. This is actually mercury glass and that's plastic, but that is mercury glass and it is beautiful. I wish I had more of those. With my silver reindeer dish, which I use every year. Sorry about the cords on the ground, it's the lights. Freshly polished. And over to the tree. The copper tinsel tree, which I adore. It's a $49 from Kmart about 3 years ago, I think, and I love it. And last year I managed to get one brand new in the box for $10 at a car boot. So I got it and I used it, some of it last year. I broke up branches off it and reused it. And this year I used some of the branches and extended the bottom branches just to give it more of a sweep. I like the shape of it. More colour on the tree this year, larger baubles, a lot more red, a lot more colour. There's teal to match some of these. There's a bit of blue, a bit of green. Stunning, and these beautiful big flowers here. I hope it looks like a shining jewel. Oh, and these are little plastic, like little palms. And I was going to use them, I got them online, I was going to use them for my usual decor, but I thought they looked like exploding stars and a little bit of natural, so I like that, even though they're gold. And sweeping down to the bottom, where I've got a display of my globes. This beautiful elf is new. These snow globes are new. And I've got some presents under the tree, not all of them of course, but some of them I've got wrapped. I've still got to go out and get some more. And that's basically it. I'm going to stand over here. So thank you very much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed that. Christmas at Gav's 2020. Ah, yes. There's a hole in the wall. I did it. I have to explain, last year as I was decorating the banister, I was up here and I was decorating. I turned and went to step thinking I was on the bottom, and I went flat straight over and I flew into the presents. This year I did exactly the same thing, probably to the day. Hit the ground and went sliding, and instead of sliding into here, I slid into the cat scratcher and that went slamming into the wall. So that's in the process of getting fixed. So yes, I'm so clumsy. Next year I'll just probably break a hip. So anyway, so that's it. That's my decorating for 2021. So that's it, that's my decorating for 2021 and the finished, almost finished Lanai. It's finished enough for me. I can enjoy it for summer. So that's it, thank you very much. And I'll see you before Christmas. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And good night. Oh, dizzy.
You're part of the decorations.
I'm part of the decoration.
You're spinning around like...
Do I blend in?
Yeah, you do.
Oh, alright.